Today I'm talking about running Linux on your Chromebook. I'm running a very old Chromebook, circa 2017. It's a HP Chromebook G4. Um, I started this just because I wasn't receiving any more Chrome updates, so I wanted a way to still use my Chromebook without having to worry about maybe security vulnerabilities. Um, So then I read up that if you don't have Linux beta, which mine doesn't have, my Chromebook doesn't have Linux beta, you can install this thing called Crouton. And this is the GitHub site. It's really actually pretty easy to follow. There's a usage section over here, and it shows example of how to install it. Uh, the actual prerequisite to this is putting your Chromebook in developer mode, which isn't too difficult. But after installing this, it's pretty cool. I can run it as a window over here. Uh, if you decide to run it in window mode, you need to install an extension, or it mentions it in the very beginning. Install extension or xiwi as well as Crouton extensions, which I did, and it's just it just runs side by side Chrome OS, and you can see over here I can watch YouTube on my Chrome browser, all the while inside of Linux I can watch YouTube also over here. I just think it's pretty cool. You could do both things at the same time, and it's not, to me, it's not too slow considering. On top of this, I'm running this off of a flash drive. It's not running internally. This Crouton installation is off a USB 2.0 flash drive, and it's pretty amazing to me. And so I've been working on this for a week now, just trying to figure out how to use it or even just install it. And so, long story short, I think it's pretty darn cool. And now I can finally use my Chromebook with the latest version of, let's say, Firefox. Over here, I'm using Firefox 97 within Crouton. So it's running the latest Firefox. I could also install the latest Chrome browser and run it within Crouton also. Crouton is by default running Linux Ubuntu LTS. That might change over time, but at the beginning of 2022, it's running Ubuntu LTS, which is 16.04. You can choose other Linux distributions or Linux versions like Debian or Kali, as well as different versions of those. So this is pretty cool. I really think it's the fact that it's running pretty smooth, and you can see I'm surfing over here while I have Chrome browser loaded over here. I can go back to Linux. I can read articles, and what do you call it? Crouton I can run, actually, even in theory I could run maybe like two different Linuxes at the same time. So I could run Debian while I'm running, what's it called? I'm not sure if it's possible, but Ubuntu also at the same time, possibly. Maybe I'm running ahead of myself, but regardless, the fact that I can do this, and it just loads pretty fast off of the. It runs even faster if I was running it off my internal hard drive, but it's running off of flash drive right now, and for me, this is pretty fast. So that's my thoughts so far about running Crouton on a Chromebook. I didn't. It's difficult to do in the very beginning, but once you've done it, it's pretty easy with all the little nuances. So that's it. That's my short review about running Crouton off of a Chromebook. It's definitely viable, but there's some little quirks that you might need to figure it out. I've read about like needing to the encryption isn't. It depends how you do your passphrase or something, stuff like that. I'm definitely noob slash turning into like maybe a novice about this stuff, so I need to read up a little bit more. But so good luck. I'm gonna stop this recording and call it a day.